What's up, YouTube? So we are back with another video. I don't think any YouTuber can avoid saying that at some point in their YouTube career. Back with another video. I don't. I've I've always tried to avoid saying that, but I'm just like it's the easiest way. It's people returning. We're back with another video. So anyway, today, what I want to do, I want to start to make videos about the Azeron and how I set it up, right? Because normally, if I start a new game, I kind of just show you guys while I'm, starting a new game, whatever, in like the first episode. But I want to make these things separate in a separate playlist and have them uh, so you guys can see how I normally set up my stuff and how in the process I go through for each game and going forward. And then like the other ones that I already have profiles set up for, I'll probably will go through some of those and just show you how I have them set up and why I have them set up that way. The idea behind why I put my buttons where I put them and all that kind of stuff. So now we have Enshrouded. Enshrouded is, as far as I know, because I really haven't looked up a whole lot about Enshrouded, right? I have looked up about um, uh, that it's a survival game that has like RPG elements in it. It's been referred to as like like a better Valheim or something similar to Valheim. You build bases, but in this game you have like quests and stuff that you have to go around and do. There's a storyline, and all that kind of stuff. There's also a server that my friend started, and basically just for me, him, and I guess any other friends that want to play. So I'm gonna try to play that with him. Anyway, so let's go to settings and see um what we can pull up here and see what we can set up before we get into the game, and then afterwards, usually in the tutorial, is where I set everything else up. So we're gonna go default, and then we're going to make a new profile. So it'll make another new profile down there. It should be able to. It'll say copy profile. So copy the profile down here, and we're gonna drag this all the way to the top because it's a more recent game that I'm playing, and we're gonna rename it to Enshrouded. That's how you spell that, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so by default, jump, control, shift. Usually would be jump, crouch, sprint, and then we have tab here. We have escape here. This is where I keep escape. Usually I'll keep like a map here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep map there because now I have these buttons since I got my new cyborg compact. Uh, Before I had the regular cyborg where I said I didn't really use these buttons here, and I didn't use them because they're not really comfortable for me to use. So I just usually just stay away from using them. I used this one probably the most, but only for like Fortnite. Um, and that was to bring up the map because all the rest of the buttons that I would normally use for like map or something like that were taken. So up here, these are much easier to reach, right? So we have these buttons, these four buttons here. So I could put a map button on this button right here or here, but that's the beauty of because like if I'm here, I can press the map button here. The map is like probably not needed to be brung up, and I probably can. I don't know if I can move around while I'm using while I bring up the map or whatever, like you can in some other games. But we'll figure that out. So right now, just for the sake of using these buttons, since I have them now, um, I'm gonna put map right there. Okay, which I assume is map because it's M. Usually M in games is map. Um, Keyboard and mouse bindings. Okay, we got WASD, that's already set. Space, jump, sprint, shift, that's already set. Sneak toggle. So sit toggle is X and sneak toggle is C. So I would assume that sneak is like crouch, right? So we're going to go into here and we're going to change control because like it's super easy to change these buttons. I don't know, some people make it seem like, you know, it takes too long, but what you do, you click the button and then you just change it to C. Boom, done. Okay, so then we go contextual action. We have E. Normally, actions. I usually try to keep those on my mouse button. I like to have my mouse button right here, my side button, be my interact button. I don't know how many other people do that, but I usually have my mouse button be my interact button. So I'm going to let me see if I can bring that up. Bring I hate opening Logitech because it just takes too long sometimes. Uh, it doesn't seem too bad now. But it used to take a long time to open. I'm gonna drop the polling rate down to 500 because sometimes I feel like the polling rate like just when it's too high, it's just too much. Okay, so we're gonna go with we gotta go find. Let me see if Enshrouded is here. Enshrouded is not here. So we're going to, this is locked. Assignments, desktop default is locked. So right now, F is, let me see what F is here. So F is on that button. If F is not anything, okay, F is cycle locked on target right. Cycle locked on target left. I want to change that to E. So E locked on target left is going to be. Excuse me? What just happened here? Controls, key bindings, sprint, shift. Where did it go? We're gonna change this. Boom, E. Okay, there we go. It just didn't say the input. So then we're gonna change this locked on target to R. And then so E and R, and now the F that we had, we're gonna switch that over to we're gonna switch that over to here. And you what? What? I thought it was set to default. It is not set. Oh, I have it set to this. Okay. So actually what we can do, since this is F, I don't know why I have that set that way, but normally I have it set here. So we're gonna go E's, we're gonna go F. Boom. No, my bad, not F. E. We could put. In fact, I'm just gonna move. F here. Just gonna move F here. Use defaults. Boom. Okay. That's fine. So contextual action F. Okay. F. Boom. Done. Cancel back. Okay. Show tutorial F1. Zoom in. Page up. Page down. Z. Scroll up. Scroll down. Shift. So we could probably use Z on a button that we don't normally use, which would be like one of these buttons up here, because I don't know how much I'm going to be zooming in and zooming out. But if I needed to, I can just press this button. We'll see how that works out, right? Z, we're gonna put Z up there. Bar, action bar switch, release Alt. So action bar, Alt. Let's see where we put action bar. So we want to use our action bar while we're still moving around. So we don't want to put it on the D-pad, because if you put it on the D-pad, you have to take your thumb off of the movement stick. So like I'm assuming that you can move around when you pull up your action bar. So because it's an action game, it's an ARPG survival game. From what I understand. So this button here is blank. So I could probably use that, or I could use this button as Alt, right? And have this button be my action bar, and then have these other buttons over here be the abilities, because usually I will have my abilities on these buttons, the flat buttons that you press. I usually have my abilities on those buttons, and even in like Valorant or Call of Duty, I count grenades, tacticals, and all that kind of stuff as abilities, right? So I usually have those on those buttons. Um, Action bar, previous slot, scroll up, scroll down, action bar, slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not sure. Okay, so we need action bar. We do need action bar buttons. So there are 8 action bar buttons. We could do this here. Normally I put the numbers down here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those would be our action buttons, and then we could have. I'm thinking maybe like this is how I think about like setting up games. This is before I even get into the game. I've only seen it be played for like 5 minutes, and I don't even know like how the abilities and how action bar and all that kind of stuff works. I'm just going off of past experiences from other games. So I'm thinking about using a layering button, and the next 4 action bar slots would be things that I probably could use while I'm not moving around, that I don't need to use while I'm moving around. But we'll find out, like I said, when we get in the game. But we can move stuff around. So the what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new Enshrouded profile, right? So I'm gonna copy this profile, and then we're gonna probably delete a bunch of stuff. We're going to use layering here. So Enshrouded 2, Enshrouded layer. Enshrouded, we're going to put just to differentiate it, Enshrouded L2. This is going to be layer 2. This is going to be Enshrouded dot layer 1, right? Okay, layer 1 and layer 2. You can't see it here. Let's just name it Enshroud so like it fits within there. I know that's not the name of the game, but so that it fits in here, we can see layer 1, layer 2. So what I want to do on layer 2 is I want to get rid of these, and I'm going to make, excuse me, we're going to make this 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? We could leave everything else for real. We could leave everything else. Um, I'm going to get rid of all of the other stuff. So we could have a layering button that goes here, or yeah, we could have a layering button that goes here. So I hit this button, right? Boom, thumb button. So this is a setup where the layering button being pressed down will make it so that I um have to stop moving because I'm going to lift my finger up off of the joystick, right? We're gonna set this to layering, right? Set profile button number 20 to switch back to current profile. So you want to turn this on. Switch held binds on layer change. Switch held binds on layer. Is that new? If enabled, the binds, including thumbstick, that are held down during switch will be released, and the binds on the new profile will become activated. I think we want to turn that on. Toggle on hold. So you could turn this on so that you could toggle it if you hold it, but we don't really need that. We just want to let go. So we're going to select profile, and we're going to go to where is it at? Wait, what? Layering. Select profile. Where is? Can I not see it? Can I not scroll down? This has to be fixed. Interesting. So I can't. because new profile 13 is up here. Let me see what happens if or maybe I can do it this way. Maybe I can do it this way. I go to layering, turn these two on, and then we're gonna go E. I can't press E either. This has to be fixed. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close this and maybe it'll refresh where the maybe it'll refresh that list. I did move them from the bottom to the top. So maybe it'll refresh that list. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna go to layering. We're gonna go turn these on. And they're still not up here. That is interesting. Because these are the ones that are at the top. Helldivers, relink. These aren't up there. That is strange. That is something I think I guess I'll email them or send them a message somewhere and tell them, hey, when you have a lot of profiles, you cannot scroll down to you can't scroll down to your things. Can I need to auto hide this actually. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me update. Let me see if there's any updates for this the software. This software files. Let me go check. Reinstall latest firmware, auto update enabled. Yeah, let me check and see if there's any updates. All right. Well, we're this is the firmware. I mean, this is the version of the one that I have. It says here. Let's see if yeah, this is the version of the one I have, 141. So there aren't any. Let me see if beta opt-in, auto update enabled. And let's see if that works. Reopen this. Beta opt-in. See if it gives me some type of other, you know, thing here. Anyway, that's not working. So we can't get our layer here because I can't scroll down to it. Maybe what if I can't shrink the window? Can't shrink the window, but so far either. You can only pull it out that much and bring it in that much. So, unfortunately, that's an issue. And they're gonna have to, I don't know, do something about that because I can't. I'm gonna have to delete all of my profiles in order to get to the one that I need. And I don't even know if it's down there. So anyway, I guess we're just not gonna do layering button right now. But normally what I would do is let's as an example, let's just say we set it to the default one, right? We set it to the default one, hit apply. Let's change this default one. And you see like on default now it says profile because we have the thing set to change whatever button or add whatever button is there for the profile. So when you are on this profile on Enshrouded 1, sorry, you can't see. When you're on Enshrouded 1, right, and you see the profile button down here, when I hit that profile button, it switches, right? But actually, I used to do something different. Let me check the settings on here. So, toggle on hold. me see. Maybe this is the setting that it used to be. Yeah. So it used to say something different. So you turn that on, and when you press and hold the button, it will switch to the other it will switch to the other profile, right? So if we set it to this is actually what I want to do. Set it to this, it switches to the other profile, and then you let it go, and it goes back to the regular profile. That's how I normally use layering. But you could also use layering where you hit it and it will go to the other profile and stay there until you hit the button again. So that's how I would normally use it. I guess we could just set these to 5, 6, 7, and 8 for now. Because that's pretty much all I was gonna use it for. Okay. All right, finally back to the game. So, combat, use item, block parry, evade, control. So control on our Azeron in our Enshrouded thing would be okay. So we have a sneak and a control for crouch, right? Or excuse me, an evade. So if we want to use evade, um, we could put we could probably put that here, right? Put control there. We can have our control on this button. So I try to keep all of my movement keys around each other. So Z and the Z is there because Z is prone in Call of Duty. At least I think it's default prone in Call of Duty. But anyway, even if it's not, Z is my prone button in Call of Duty, right? So you can press I think it's Call of Duty. I think it's prone in Call of Duty. You can go prone in Call of Duty, right? Whatever game you can go prone in, I use this button. And then I have shift for run. I have this, which would be, evade in this game. In C or control, whichever it would be for crouch and jump. So all of my buttons for movement are here, right? So like you try to keep all of the buttons that are around each other. In Fortnite, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are my slots, but I have 5 and 6 here, right? So, okay, so we got cycle, locked, target, left and right. So we got E and R. So E and R, cycle, locked on targets. So E and R. So we have E here, and we could probably put like E and R here, right? E and change this to R. So those are cycle locked on targets. This is not doing anything yet. F does have a use. I forget. F. We could take F off because F is on our mouse. Alt was the action bar. So you can also label these. I usually don't most of the time, but in some cases, if you want to do this because you may not come back to the game, and you want to know what all the buttons do, you can just label them all, if you don't remember what they do, or you don't think you'll remember what they do. Usually, your muscle memory will kick in, and you'll know what buttons you use. That's why I don't label them all the time. But yeah, especially when you have like a default setting and then like you go back to a game, like if I go back to Fortnite, I pretty much know where all my my buttons are. Fire range weapon, so I don't have a fire range weapon button. Wouldn't it just be ready ranged weapon Q? Ready ranged weapon Q. Whoops, bringing up my Steam. So ready ranged weapon Q. So I guess I'll just put Q here because we had, yeah, I'll just put Q there for now. Fire range weapon. Wouldn't I just use this, right? Did it take it off of regular attack? Let's see. Action bar. Use item, block parry, evade. Range of fire range weapon. Quick builder menu. Tab. Tab is already there. Undo build action. we'll worry about the build stuff later, because I'm sure we're not going to be building as soon as we get into there, and then we'll see how building goes. I actually will probably just, I don't know. Yeah, well, I'll worry about building. I'll worry about building later. Open notification. We got all this stuff down here. I just want to make sure that use item comment. Okay, so like there's melee attacks in the game, so I would assume that I just left click, to attack. All right, let's go back. Let's see how we did. Camera sensitivity. I'll probably have to change that. Let's get into the game. So, here we go. We got Killmonger. Yeah, I'll just make a character real quick and then hop into the game, and then when I actually start playing the game, then we'll go through a whole like character selection screen and stuff like that. All right, here we are in the game. I definitely have to change the camera sensitivity. Keyboard and mouse camera sensitivity. Let's drop that down to like 40. There we go. Okay. Probably bring it back up a little bit. Bring it back up just a tiny tad right there. Okay. Okay, so instinctively, I started sprinting because my sprint button is always there. We got jump. We got crouch. This is our crouch button, right? This is our evade button. F to commune with the flame. Is my F button not okay? I was about to say. Turn this up so you guys can hear it, Okay. I'm not really paying too much attention to anything because this is pretty much just about our settings, right? So it's basically Breath of the Wild. We got the Breath of the Wild. What's the name? So this is what I was talking about, where I was like, oh, I can just left click to attack. So we're good there. We don't have a ranged weapon, but we have alt. So alt changes the action bar. So you don't have to hold the button for the action bar. It just switches the action bar completely, and it has 8 slots on one and 8 slots on the other. That's better to know because now so let's say for instance if I move this tab button, let's say I move tab to here, right? Now I can do this. I can go 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we have these slots up here. So we have our main slot. I'll call these our main 4 slots, and then our secondary 4 slots up here. So now we'll be able to. Sometimes this does this weird thing. I don't know why it does that. Let's close this window. I think the software needs to kind of be updated a little bit. Let me see if it still happens now. I don't. Maybe I have. Oh, okay. Okay, no, it's not doing it. So I don't know what that was. Maybe I just clicked it too many times or something. You see what I'm saying? Like the. Oh, I think I understand. Okay, it's not the Azeron that's doing that. So when you are on a blank slot, it uses the slot. So like if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, it doesn't do anything. But if I hit 1 and then hit 1 again, it doesn't attack. Hit 2 again, it doesn't attack. 3 again, doesn't attack. Okay, that's just how the game works. Okay. I was getting scared for a little bit there. I thought it was just like sending like mouse clicks from me clicking on the Azeron buttons, but it's not doing that. Okay, so we got our read. How do we get down from here? What else do we have to test here? But pretty much I'm pretty much all set, right, to play the game now. So we have our we have a weapon, or no, a torch. So we have the torch. We can hold F to throw, and it'll just toss it on the ground. Okay, cool. We can use the torch to swing and attack. Okay, all right. So if I change to 1, push the torch away, then 2, 3, we can attack with 3. Okay. Let's see if it gives us any other stuff. Jump off. Oh, this game feels kind of fire, yo. Like, I like the speed of it. I like so we're gonna collect this. We have a second torch. Okay. We are enshrouded. Torches do mad damage. That's crazy. We gotta not expend all of our stamina. I don't want to make this into like a gameplay video. I'm just trying to like get a little further in here. If you fall, you will rise again at your last return beacon. Okay, so it's kind of like Dark Souls also. It's got a lot of little elements from a lot of different games. I think that's a lot more games doing that nowadays, and a lot of games should just actually do that, because there is a bunch of games like Anthem and plenty of other games who are like, don't talk about Destiny, don't talk about the game while we're developing our game, because we're supposed to be beating. How are you going to beat Destiny without having some of the things that they actually have in the game? Like, you have Avengers is modeled after Destiny. I'm sure like Kill the Justice League is kind of modeled after Destiny a little bit. Like, there's these different things that are just modeled after Destiny or after these other games, but then they don't have the best parts of those games in them. But we could talk about that in a different video. So do we have, is this a weapon here? No weapon. Wait. No? Okay. But yeah, so up in the corner it says J for journal. So I'm gonna set that, because I know I don't have a J button set anywhere. So for the journal, I usually will put that on like the D-pad or something. So we can put, in fact, I'm gonna put J here for journal. That way, when here, boom, hit the journal button. Then they have crafting. I don't know, cause see, M is map. So if I hit M, boom, map. Then we have journal. We could put journal, crafting, backpack. We could put all that stuff up here and on the D-pad. These can be what those are for. The D-pad and these buttons, eight buttons to use things with, right? So let me see something. Q and E are left and right on there, but okay, so Q and E. Q would be backwards. We're gonna do some changing of some things, and it's usually because of like so R and E, those were to change targets, right? Change targets. So I guess I'll put those here. So right target, left target, and then Q and E are like, I don't know why they wouldn't. If you're gonna have left target, right target as default, why not also make that default for moving through the menus? But it is what it is. So if we go back into Enshrouded, we don't have any targets to look at right now, I don't think. But if we go into map and then we go to here, now we have these buttons, so we can, move through the things for Q and E. So we have map here. We can put journal. We could put journal here, right? What else we have? We could put V for, or actually, let me move these around so they're in the correct order. So world, journal, crafting, backpack, character, and skills, right? So character and skills will go here. So we got map, journal. Then we have crafting V, and then we have backpack B. Then we have usually actually I will put backpack down here most of the time. But let me see. Maybe I can um move action bar to like here, move backpack to here, even though it's supposed to be here, like for that. But like, because like I usually like having character and skills here. Um, so we'll probably move some of this stuff around. I kind of wanted it to be in this order, but so we can have character. Um, actually, I'm gonna put character here. It's gonna be a little like, oh wait, character's not character. N for character, and then we're gonna put skills H here. So now, these are all the buttons: journal, map, journal, crafting, and then we have backpack, and then we have character and skills. So that's how I like all the menu options or the things you want to jump to are up here. And I'll end up like remembering how to do that. But if you know you want to, if you want to remember, all those things, you can just go here, boom, map, right? Then you go journal. Those are kind of like self-explanatory. M map, J journal, right? Uh did I spell journal wrong? Probably. Uh, V was crafting. H was skills, character. Okay, and then yeah, B backpack. Usually that would be I for inventory. I wonder if I works. I brings up skills. Wonder. Let me check something. So if I do okay, I just brings up this menu. It brings up whatever the last thing you were at. Twigs. What just Oh, it broke into twigs. That's kind of cool. We're gonna collect this. Okay. So, wow. All right. We got backpack. So backpack is good to have like right next to my finger. I usually have like my inventory button right here, right next to this finger, because it's just something that you're probably going to be opening up a lot. My whole philosophy around how I like set my buttons up is you want to have the most important things and the things that you use the absolute most as close to your fingers as you can. So like seeing as the Azeron, like when you look down at it, it's like everything is very close to your fingers, right? It's right there literally at your fingertips. But when you're moving around and you want to open the map, or you want to, in this game you can't run while you're opening the map, but in other games, like if I wanted to run around and I wanted to open the map, then I would have this. I could still move around and I can just hit this button over here, open and close my map. But since you can't run around when you open the map, it doesn't really matter. You just bang, hit the button, and then you could just hit escape. This is why this button right here, my D-pad, and I pull back on it for escape, because it's just quick. It's just boom, escape, check your settings, and then it always comes back out of stuff. So no matter what, menu a thing you're in and you want to go back, you pull back on the D-pad. That's why I have escape set to back on my D-pad. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to playing this game. I have a lot to do like this weekend. So my wife's birthday is today. We're gonna go see Dune 2 in the movies in the RPX theater. I've never been in an RPX theater before, but I got tickets for that. And then we probably will go out to eat and hang out. And yeah, so like that I'll do this weekend, and then maybe I'll stream on Sunday. and maybe it'll be some Enshrouded on Sunday. Maybe I'll play some random Enshrouded on Sunday. But mostly during the week, I'm playing like either Tekken or Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8 or Street Fighter 6. Possibly both in one day, but I want to learn Ed, and I also am learning, or not necessarily learning, but I'm trying to get, you know, to higher ranks in Tekken 8, and I'm going to try to take these two games fairly seriously, and I'm supposed to be competing in Evo in July, so looking forward to that. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments, and also do not forget, if you plan on buying an Azeron, please do use the code. The code is right down here underneath where the Azeron is. It's code EyeonFGC at checkout, and you get 5% off. It's that I'm an affiliate with Azeron now. After like a year of using the Azeron, they accepted me as an affiliate, so I do get like a kickback when you use my code. So if you are planning on getting one, you have any questions, or like any questions about anything, just let me know in the comments, and I'll try to answer your questions. If there are any questions that I could make like videos out of, maybe I'll do that too. But usually I just answer. If they're easy questions to answer, I can just answer them in the comments. I usually try to answer all the comments. So I appreciate you guys coming through. Please do subscribe to the channel, like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.